Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will discuss algae, plant-like protist. This topic is from 11th class biology, chapter number 7. In this topic we will discuss algae, structure of algae, photosynthetic pigments, and two members of algae, that is euglena and dinoflagellates. Algae, its singular is alga. They are photosynthetic protists. They do 50 to 60% of all the photosynthesis on Earth. Plants account for most of the rest. Algae differ from the plants in Algae differ from the plants in their sex organ, which are unicellular, and the zygote is not protected by the parent body. But in plant, the zygote is protected by parent body. A plant zygote, on the other hand, grows into a multicellular embryo that is protected by parental tissue. There is a difference between algae and plant. In algae, the zygote is not protected by parent body, but in plant, the zygote is protected by parent body. This is the difference. Structure of algae. Algae are unicellular. Some algae are filamentous, filament long, thin, thread-like. These filaments consist of distinct cells or coinocytic cells. These are coinocytic cells. Multinucleated cells without cross wall are called coinocytes. Coinocytic cells. They are coinocytes. These filaments are consist of distinct cells or coinocytes. These are coinocytes or aseptate. Just to clear the concept, here the diagram of septate hyphae is present. Septate hyphae are not present in algae. Septate hyphae mean hyphae have nucleus, and these nucleus are separated by cross walls, as you can see here. But in algae, septate hyphae are not present. Aseptate hyphae, that is coinocytes, are present. So, the algae are unicellular or filamentous or have leaf-like extensions. These structures are present in algae. The body of algae is thallus. What is thallus? A body which is not differentiated into true root, stem, and leaf is called thallus. Photosynthetic pigments are present in algae. Which photosynthetic pigments are present? Chlorophyll A, carotenoids. These carotenoids are of yellow or orange color. Xanthophylls and phycoerythrin. These photosynthetic pigments are present. Habitat. Algae are aquatic. When actively growing, algae are restricted to damp or wet environments such as the ocean, lake, and freshwater pond, stream, hot spring, polar ice, moist soil, tree, and rocks. Algal life cycle show extreme variation, but all algae except member of the phylum Protophyta, that is red algae, have forms with flagellated motile cells in at least one stage of their life cycle. The member of algae, the first member is, or the first example is euglena. Here you can see the diagram of euglena. The classification of euglena is very interesting. We can classify euglena into plant kingdom, into animal kingdom, or also with zooflagellates. Why we can place them with plants? Because plant and euglena both can do photosynthesis, because both have photosynthetic pigments, means they are autotroph. That's why we can place euglena with plant. Then why we can place it in animal kingdom? However, some photosynthetic euglenoid lose their chlorophyll when grow in dark, and obtain their nutrients heterotrophically by ingesting organic matter. So we can place them in animal kingdom. And if we see the molecular data, we can place it in with zooflagellates. The next example or the next group of algae is dinoflagellate. Dino mean two, flagellate mean having flagella. Here you can see the diagram of dinoflagellate. Dinoflagellates, one of the most unusual protist phyla is that of dinoflagellates. Most dinoflagellates are unicellular. They have shell. Their cells are often covered with shells of interlocking cellulose plate impregnated with silicates. Ecologically, dinoflagellates are one of the most important group of producers. They are also producers. Producer mean they can do photosynthesis, they can produce food, but they are second to diatoms. Diatoms are also are algae, type of algae, but they are doing the major photosynthesis in aquatic ecosystem, and the dinoflagellates are on second position or second number in marine ecosystem. Dinoflagellates are known to have occasional population explosions. Their population increase rapidly. That is called occasional population explosion, and the other name for that is blooms. These blooms frequently color the water orange, red, or brown and are known as red tide. The other character of dinoflagellate, the first distinguishing character is that they are producers. They are second major producers in aquatic ecosystem, in marine aquatic ecosystem, and they can produce red tides. What are red tides? Their population increase rapidly and they form a red layer on water body as you can see here. And this is called red tide or blooms. These red tides form a thick layer on water, and due to that thick layer, oxygen and sunlight can't penetrate, and the life beneath red tide, like fish or other aquatic organisms, can't get oxygen. Due to deficiency of oxygen, the death rate increases, and also with the increase of dead body, decomposition rate increases, and that water become smelly and unfit for use. That are red tide. With that, we have completed our topic. In today's topic, we have discussed about algae. Algae are photosynthetic, difference between algae and plant, and photosynthetic pigment of algae, forms of algae, and habitat of algae, and the examples of algae. The first example or the first step was euglena. Classification of euglena, we can classify them with plants, with animals, and with zooflagellates. And the second type, dinoflagellates. Dino mean two, flagellates mean having flagella. They have shell made of cellulose and impregnated with silica. They are producers. They form red tides. With that, we have completed our topic. Thank you for watching.